Hi all, welcome to the second part of the option scanner. So in this part of the video, what we are going to see is on how to use the option scanner more effectively. So in the last video, we have seen on the different columns that we have on the option scanner. There are two ways to open this file in an Excel sheet. Either you can directly go to the copy this URL and then we'll say like Explorer. Open the Internet Explorer and then open the same link over there. So I'm not sure why is it taking this long to open it on Internet Explorer. What we have to do is we have to, in case once the page is loaded, we have to go right click and then say export to Microsoft Excel. This is one way of using it. For some reason it is not opening in the Microsoft Excel right now. So what I'm going to do is there is another method of using it. See, there is a EUD scanner in CSV format, that is the camera separated format. So whatever we are seeing in the HTML, it is automatically being written to a CSV format. So we can just click that. The same thing applies here. It might ask for permission, so in case if it asks, you can just click on that, and once I give the permission for the subsequent access, you can directly try opening it. So there are different ways of opening this file. See, you can just open it via Google Sheet, or if you are using Microsoft, you can use it using Excel. So I have pre-opened the script in the Microsoft Excel. So this is how the different columns, it almost looks the same. Now what we are going to do is we are going to apply filters and then check on how to use what strategy would be best based on filters. So there are many columns and they might all not be of interest to us. So first let's go and apply the filter here. It's on home and then filter here, and we can say by default hide all these columns. Right click hide. So what is of interest is 6 to 7 columns alone. So if you want to see on what those columns are, just go down. So these are all the 6 filters that we are going to talk right now. Okay, so the first one will be the result filter. Okay, so go and then select all the filters based on result, where it is just this 00xxx and 0001, in case just to filter out the stocks which are having a result in it. As of now, there are no stocks with the result in the future, so it is showing only the stocks. All the values are mapped to 00, so no filter to be applied here. Then the ATM liquidity. So as I previously said, there can be different liquidity. Just let's filter out the medium and low liquidity, so that you can see out of 146 now our record has been reduced to 99. And let's hide this column as well. PCR value is of no interest to us. Yeah, I'm just hiding all the columns which is of no interest to me. So there are some scripts under ban. Okay, so I'm just going to select the scripts which are not under ban. So you have to just select deselect S so that the script under ban gets filtered. Okay, and high beta stocks, this is of no interest to us. Call ratio and put ratio, I am not going to hide, but I'll not use these values. Instead I'll use the average value. See, there can be some negative values as well, so just apply the same filter. It should be greater than 0 and lesser than or equal to 5, so that should be more apt. So now if you see that there are stocks got reduced close to 31 out of 146. And here, if your capital is if you have any restrictions towards the capital, you can still further reduce your scope. Like say if you have capital of lesser than 2 lakh, only strategies which are lesser than 2 lakh, then you can put it like this. It will further reduce. And now the best way to do is just sort this in a ascending order, that is the average spread in ascending order, and then come here to the yearly volatility and do another sort in a descending order. So this will give some of the best strategies that we are about to follow. So there are these are all some of the strategies that come into picture, like Yes Bank, Tech Mahindra, Lupin, Tata Motors, and kind of stuff. So just check if there are any news against this stock, and the strategy by default it is saying as once again iron butterfly. So short iron condor is the strategy that is selected for the Yes Bank, and for Tech Mahindra it is suggesting iron butterfly. So based on your risk appetite you can select the stock and the strategy, but this one will give you the most preferred strategy for this particular volatility that is being selected. And okay, so you can also see what is the maximum amount of input that is required for that particular strategy, like short and counter. So this is how we select stock, and then using option oracle you can just see what will be the maximum break-even point on the lower side and on the upper side. So and how to use option oracle, the best site would be from the Pasi Technologies. That's where you get things on option oracle. You just go on to this particular site, and then from here you can just download all the latest version of option oracle. You can go to the tools section, and I think here the free tools on option oracle, I think you will be able to download the latest version. I think they redirect to their Facebook page. You need to just get it registered over there, and from there you will be able to download and use option oracle. If needed, I'll also try to explain on how to use option oracle, but this is the best place to know more about option oracle and to know more about the option strategies. This is where I learned most of my option strategies. And okay, so in this video I'm also planning to cover the intraday strategy. So whatever we have seen is for the EOD, end of day strategy. So what is the main difference between the end of day strategy and the EOD strategy is just this one. So the end of the day scanner do a lot of good things, but the problem is we'll be little bit behind the game. Say suppose there is some big news during the market hours, we will not be able to notice those good things, right? And only after market hours, since the screener is getting updated, anything there is a possibility of losing some 2000 or 3000 in our trade. So that's the reason I came up with the intraday scanner. What this will do is very much exactly same to that of what EOD scanner is doing, but instead of updating the values at 6 p.m. it will be keep updating the values every 1 hour during the market session, that is starting from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. So for every 1 hour this intraday scanner will get updated, and you can use the same method as I explained it on the EOD scanner. Similarly, this will also request access. All these access is for one time, so kindly bear with this access permission and then open it. And so most of the things, very few things are a little bit different from intraday scanner and EOD. Probably let me explain what they are. But most of the stuff, right, whatever you have seen, are very much common towards intraday and EOD. Since we are recording this almost after market hours, so both the values are pointing to 330 here or here. But normally what happens is during market hours you can see that it gets updated every 1 hour, right? So that is what the beauty of the intraday scanner is. And almost all the values remain the same here as well, except a few. I'm just checking the price value. Yeah, here we have the price value. So it will, instead of getting the future price, this particular scanner will get the cash price value. So this latest price will say what is the current price at that particular instance when the calculation has been made, and what is the price deviation as compared to the yesterday's value. Those things will be taken here, and almost I think the rest remains the same, but the order will be little bit shuffled as compared to EOD and intraday. All the other things remains the same. The GN or YN, the Google News, Yahoo News, everything else remains the same. For this as well, we have how to say the files in CSV format, so you can just open them, and let me open it. You can open it in either Google Sheet. By default it does in Google Sheet, or else you can open them by downloading it here, and then how to say, you can just open it in Excel sheet as well. Similarly, the whatever values we are updating it here, right? So let me open. So this is the intraday sheet. So here also you can apply the same filters that we applied, and get the best results. So the main advantage of intraday scanner is during market hours itself you'll be able to do all these stuff. So that is the main advantage, so that we can enter the trade a little bit before than what EOD is we are going to do. So I think I covered almost all the points with respect to intraday and EOD. So a few more things which I would like to cover on my scanners are, let me close all these things. The historical values for the EOD scanner and intraday scanner. So say since the EOD gives a particular snapshot on a particular day, right? So what happened if we want to see how it behaved over a period of time, right? That will be a very good learning point as well, right? For which we can go ahead with historical EOD scanner or historical intraday scanner. Let me open that. But in historical EOD scanner or intraday historical scanner, we won't be having that much amount of detail. The amount of detail that we see here will be very limited. Okay. Let me download it, and I'm going to open it with the Google Sheet. My Microsoft Excel, and then I'll show you the beauty and how it works. Yeah, so now it opened. Okay, so here go apply the filter. Let's look for Nifty. Okay, so here let's select only Nifty. And after selecting Nifty, one important stuff is to sort this based on the day. So from October 11th I have the details, right, before which I failed to collect the details. So from here, from October 11th we have the details, and these are all the columns that we have, and it says what is the volatility, ATM volatility, what is the status of the indicator, what is the yearly percentile that we have for that particular IV, and what is the PCR value, this is more important, and what was the option pain at that particular instance, what is the max C strike and P strike. Let's check for the month of November. You can appreciate on the option pain. Let me put the freeze some of the panels. So here let me expand it. Indicator. Okay, so here okay, so for the month of November, it actually started from here. So here, if you see, actually the option pain started at 10,300. Okay, so for this particular month, you see that option pain almost followed the entire series. There was a very little bit of deviation on 10,250 kind of stuff, but it almost entered and say it got closed at 10,300 itself. So throughout the month, for the month of November, it was at 10,300, and you see the beauty here. The maximum C strike and P strike, they got deviated very, very little. So in case if you have gone into the trade with the max C and P in a strangle kind of trade, right, you would have earned the most. Okay. But this doesn't hold true throughout. Okay, let's take some stock which deviated a lot during that period. Yeah, any banking sector stocks, right? Let's go to SBN because a very big news happened on October 24th. Oh, that was on October 24th, right? Let me check. So I'm once again sorting it. And yeah, okay, so here you can see that in the month of November, contract actually it started from 27th of October. You can see the price started with 313, and you can see that the option pain is clearly deviating. It's not as constant as we saw in the case of Nifty. So here we have a difference that is coming throughout. So it is always not good to follow this option pain. This is just acting as a reference. Okay, so be very careful. This sheet is mainly used for what to say, the learning purpose. So how it behave kind of stuff. Another one important factor is the indicator stuff. So here if you just see the indicator, see the beauty of the indicator, it's saying the buy value. Right, it's saying buy at this point in time, and it does keep on in buy mode or say all this time. And when there is a shift, when there is too much of deviation, at one point in time we are starting with 254 rupees and we are buying. See, it is going till 328, and then it's a sell at 311. So this area, right? This is how we would have gain, but this is a very corner case scenario because in 24th of October we had a major news for bank, all the banking, right? It will be like this, but let's see it for Nifty. That will be a bit different. It is nice. So always sort it, and then you can see it is constantly giving buy signal, and then it shift to sell signal. At 10,360 it gave a sell, and then it follows till 10,068. That is 6th of December. So some kind of a positional kind of thing we can take. Alright, positional entry we'll be able to take, and then again it started giving a buy signal. So obviously we won't be able to sell it here. Only after seeing a buy signal we'll square it off. So at least we'll be getting close to 160 point in the Nifty. So that is what we are trying to say here. But if you are too much keen on this, on not following the EOD scanner, but we can even go ahead with the intraday scanner. That will give even more profit. Okay, let me download. I'm just trying to download that and open it via Excel so that I can explain it better. Okay, so let me open the thing, apply filter, go select Nifty and sort it from oldest to newest. Here you can see. So for each and every hour it gets updated. So here I am having it only from the end of November. I didn't plan it well as I did for EOD, but from the end of November, almost close from the 30th of November, whenever there is a trading day for across all the stocks, you will be able to see here. So here, let me go to the EOD. So it was on 30th of November. So here you can see that. So here the sell signal got generated. Okay, at somewhere around the morning, that is 10,310. From there, you can see this indicator, it is on the sell side. So this updates every 1 hour, and some people might have a question on why the ATM value is 0. Alright, so this value, this is the expiry of that particular segment. So always during expiry you can see the ATM value of all the stocks across segment as 0. So kindly ignore this during the expiry date alone for intraday, and for the rest of the day it holds good. So now let's concentrate here. It gave a sell signal here at the starting around 9:40 on 30th November, and it followed all the way till 10,096. That is 5th of December till 1:30. So this was the case, after which there is a slight toggling between buy and sell. So it's on how we see this, and almost the values didn't move a bit. There isn't a huge move after that. So alright, almost at the same value we got out. So what I'm trying to say is you can just even use this indicator during market hours and see take trading decision based on that, whether you're going to go on a buying side or a selling side, or what strategy to select. Should I go for a bullish strategy, or should I go for a bearish strategy, or should I go for a neutral strategy, kind of stuff. In case if values started toggling, we can either be on hold or we can select some of the neutral strategy. So it's up to us on how we use all these scanners. So as of now, this is what the 6 different kinds of option scanners that I have for option trading. So I'm also working on something more interesting, where we'll be able to get different strategies at different strike price. So once that is done, I'll also let you know people on how to use it. So as I previously said, this is a verbal view of whatever I have explained till now, but it wouldn't be as elaborate as we did it in our video. This is a very high level view on what are all the different headings and how they do it. So in case if you want to refer it, you can have a reference here as well. So here is a list on the filters that needs to be used, and yeah, for the first time users, how it has to be, and what needs to be selected, all those things, it will be there. I also have my own private Slack group where you can be a part of it. It is a free group. You can get it registered here. And there are also other indicators where I am posting my studies over there. And they are like the market profile and VWAP scanner, which I'm doing right now, but there are more yet to come over there. So you can feel free to join this trading Slack group. It is actually a link. You can just click on this link and then get registered in my Slack group. And in case if you have any enhancement, right, you can just feel free to reach me in any of the following ways. The best one is to mail me your requirement, and so that with respect to options, in case if you feel some enhancement to be done, I'll be very happy to do it. Because I'm also using the scanner, so I know how important it is to do an enhancement. Alternatively, you can also reach me on my WhatsApp number. This is my phone number as well. So you can reach me here. And in case if you have any new trading idea which you want to get it automated, let me know. I'll try to help you and getting things done as well. Okay, thank you for listening to a video and have a nice day.